Number 1. The expression 8 squared to the third power in the example problem is a product of powers. What are the powers being multiplied? What are the powers being multiplied in the expression 2 to the fourth times 5 to the fourth? So when you have 8 squared raised to the third power, you can really write that as 8 squared times 8 squared times 8 squared. The 3 tells us to do 8 squared 3 times. Those are the powers being multiplied, 8 squared, and 8 squared. In the second problem, 2 to the fourth times 5 to the fourth, we can tell that since it is written with parentheses, it means multiply, so the powers being multiplied are the numbers themselves, 2 to the fourth times 5. Hello? Number 2, 7 to the fifth raised to the sixth power. Write your answer using an exponent. So we learned in class that when we are raising to a power, you take the exponents and you multiply them. And so your answer is 7, because the base number always stays the same, 7 to the 30th power. 6 times 5 is 30. Number 3, simplify 6 to the third times 9 to the third. Write your answer using an exponent. So this is like example number 2 up at the top. If we were to write it out, 6 times 6 times 6, and then 9 times 9 times 9, you can see that they match up evenly. You can pair 6 and 9 together 3 different times. And so our answer is going to be 6 times 9 to the third power, because there are 3 pairs. 6 times 9 is 54. Number 4. Is the statement 3 to the fifth to the fourth equal to 3 to the fourth to the fifth? True. Explain your reasoning. So again, when we are raising to a power, we can go ahead and multiply those exponents. So if we multiply the first ones, 5 times 4 gives us 20. So 3 to the 20th. If we multiply the second one, 4 times 5 also equals 20. So it is the same. Why is it the same? Because it does say explain your reasoning. It's the same because order does not matter in multiplication. Four times 5 is the same thing as 5 times 4. Number 5. Simplify 7 to the fifth times 4 to the fifth. Write your answer using an exponent. So again, you should write out 7 times 7 times 7 times 7 times 7, because there's 5 of them, and then 4 5 times as well. You can see that you can pair them up 5 different times. And so your answer is going to be 7 times 4 to the fifth power. 7 times 4 is 28, so it's 28 to the fifth power. Number 6, explain in words how to simplify 153 squared raised to the seventh power. So, explain in words. When raising to a power, you multiply the exponents. In this case, you would multiply 2 times 7. Number 7. Is the statement 10 to the fifth times 4 to the fifth equal to 14 to the fifth true? Explain your reasoning. So, the first thing we should do is write out the problem. 10 5 times, and then 4 5 times. Again, you'll see that you can match pairs together. 5 times. And so your problem ends up becoming 10 times 4 to the 5th power. 10 times 4 to the 5th power is 40 to the 5th power. So the answer is no, the statement is not true. Because it says explain your reasoning. Because the answer is 10 times 4 to the 5th power, which is 40 to the 5th power, not 10 plus 4 to the 5th power, which would be 14 to the 5th power. Number 8. What is the value of x in the equation 5x to the 5th equals 35? Explain. So, we know when raising to a power, you must multiply the exponents. In the problem, we can see that 7 times 5 equals 35. So x equals 7. Number 9. Without evaluating the expressions, tell which is greater. 4 to the 4th times 5 to the 4th, or 2 to the 5th times 10 to the 5th. Explain your reasoning. So we're going to write out the problem. 4 4 times, and 5 4 times. We can match those up and get our problem. 4 times 5 to the 4th power. 4 times 5 is 20, so it's 20 to the 4th power. 20 to the 4th power is 20 times 20 times 20 times 20. In the second problem, 2 to the 5th times 10 to the 5th, you have 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. And you also have 10 5 times. And so your answer becomes 2 times 10 to the 5th power, which is 20 to the 5th power. You can see that the bases are the same and the exponents are different. Therefore, 20 to the 5th, or 2 to the 5th times 10 to the 5th, is larger. Number 10. Nicholas says that 2 to the 6th times 2 to the 6th equals 2 to the 12th, and it also equals 4 to the 6th. Do you agree? Explain your reasoning. So, we can go ahead and write it out. We know that when we are multiplying, we add the exponents, and so we would get 2 to the 12th power. We also learned that you can write it out long ways. And then pair them up. When you pair them up, you'll see that you get the problem 2 times 2 to the 6th power, which is 4 to the 6th power. So yes, Nicholas is correct.